And welcome to Behind the Mic. Mike. Could you please pronounce your name correctly for me?
Hey guys, so it's Renata. How are you?
Oh, Renata. Okay, all right. All right. I keep on thinking that I'm going to mispronounce your name.
I mean, most
Uh,
people do.
okay. Well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. Um, we want to keep this within about 5 minutes today. What do you think about gun laws? Do you have any thoughts before the tragic incident in Florida? Did you have any thoughts about gun laws or
Of course I
shootings?
did.
Do you think there's any difference in what tragedy is tragedy,
Hmm.
pain and suffering is pain and suffering. But is there any kind of difference? Is there anything that you want to say that you couldn't say on the radio?
Well, first off, I think that gun laws should be stricter. I'm a French major, I guess you could say, at my school, and we talked about how in France their gun laws are so strict. You cannot purchase a gun unless you have a medical evaluation to make sure that you're mentally stable enough to have a gun in your possession. You cannot purchase a gun without getting your permit, your gun permit. You cannot purchase a gun just from anywhere. It has to be at like a gun shop, and like down south, you can purchase them in Walmart, and you can purchase those more easily than you can purchase a pack of cigarettes. So in France, they even had it to where their police officers were not carrying weapons up until, of course, the latest and most recent terrorist attacks. They was then the French citizens saying, well, if our police officers had weapons, they could have shot them down and stuff. Now we understand, but for the most part, guns is not at the highlight. Here you come to America and our rappers, our singers, everybody's talking about guns. It's like sticking up in my nine and da da da. And it's so bad because my generation, we suck because they get sucked into that, and then they think having guns is dope and it's the
Well,
wave
you
or
say
whatever.
your generation, like you claiming all of that nonsense, yet that's not what you're saying.
No,
So I don't think that your generation is really as bad as the pictures being painted.
by the generation before us, of course. Gun laws need to be stricter. Not all over the state, all over the states. I don't think that there should be. There was this picture going around of a 12-year-old girl. For her 12th birthday, she got an AK-47.
And so, as I interject while you pause, I just want to say I had a councilman from Orange here who resounded, and some other people as well, when they said that you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes.
Yeah,
You have to be 21
to drink liquor.
to drink alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be 14, 12 years old and have a gun?
Makes no sense.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
I
So,
mean, it just
we've been hoodwinked, we've been bamboozled.
yeah. I mean, it really just it puts me into like this whole shock. I'm trying to keep within. I have 2 minutes left. It keeps me into like this weird shock because it's like, what do you want us to do? You want us to chase after guns to do what with them? And unfortunately, we have these tragedies, these unforeseen tragedies. But even when I heard about the Florida massacre, I was like, I'm not surprised. It's getting to a point where lately I'm not surprised about the things that I hear. Colorado movie theater, I'm not surprised. Well,
Okay,
that did shock me. That did shock me because that was more than just gun law.
well,
That was more than
in
just gun.
in our community, there's a lot of gun violence that goes on
Mm-hmm.
every day
Yeah.
in our communities and neighborhoods. And that's what I meant originally when we first started this. Do you see any kind of difference where the tragic, unfortunate incident that took place in Florida, these tragic incidents take place in some inner cities all around the country?
Mm-hmm.
Any views on that quickly?
I mean,
Quickly.
it's just like, I mean, we can't kind of stop the distribution of guns in the inner city unless, we get down and dirty with them. When I say we, I mean like officials of authority. They would have to get down and dirty with them just to stop the transmission of transmitting of guns anywhere because it's throughout the community. You can't really stop the people selling guns up the back of the trunks in the hood. But I mean, I feel like it should be stronger. I know in my city, in Jersey City, our cops are on the corners now. They're walking the streets now, up and down.
I guess really what I'm trying to say is in inner cities, it hasn't been an issue for somebody wanting to stand up and speak out.
Nah.
But it took an unfortunate, different, tragic incident to bring light to a situation. To a situation to where it is now. You disagree, and why? Go ahead.
I disagree quickly because when there's gun violence in my cities, they have protests. But you don't hear about it. But they have protests. They walk the streets. They walk Martin Luther King Boulevard with signs. I can't lose another child. And you hear this is that. They walk. Protests for gun violence has been happening. But it got highlighted because of this, because it was other people. But when it's happened in Chicago and Detroit and New Jersey and Georgia, when it's happened in when it happened in the urban communities, it's hush hush under the rug. But now we lost my.
Who are these other people?
We lost my sweet darling Charlotte, and we lost my sweet Dylan. I'm sorry. I send out my condolences to you.
Pain and suffering.
We've lost my aunt, my uncle, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters. We've lost endlessly. They've been taken from us by you, and they've been taken from us by ourselves. But the gun violence, protests, and laws, it will not change for us.
No, that's the doorbell.
Oh, I thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's new here.
Yeah.
She's a newbie. Okay, wrap it up.
But it didn't get hollered until it was in a different kind of community.
What you learned today here in the radio station?
Today in the radio station, I learned that, I did learn that I'm able to control not banging on the table. I did learn that.
Banging on the table. Go ahead.
I learned the better use of flowing.
Okay.
Flowing, I was able to learn and enhance and exhort that. I also learned that it's not Richard Bombay, it's Richard Bombay.
Yeah, right. Get it right.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So that's all from Behind the Mic with Ren Page, and I'll see you guys next week.
Peace.